and one wrong motion can cause significant urethral injury and trauma that may lead to chronic or lifelong issues. So I want to talk about a few things that are really important to try to make urethral sounding for recreational purposes as safe as possible. You can do this safely. Urethral sounding. Why and how to do it safely. Let's go. So, urethral sounding is the practice of inserting an object into the urethral opening, i.e. the pee hole, and down the urethra. For medical reasons, urethral sounding may be necessary to open up a narrowed or tight urethra to allow urine to better flow out. But urethral sounding is done all over the world for recreational reasons, largely for sexual pleasure. Recreational urethral sounding is a well-established kink that thousands, maybe millions of individuals, vast majority of which are penis owners, enjoy. Individuals who enjoy urethral sounding sexually may state certain reasons why they like. For many urethral sounders, the enjoyment partially comes from its ability to stimulate parts of the genitalia that aren't normally stimulated directly during regular penetrative intercourse or during outer stimulation. It stimulates more internal parts of the genitalia, which can offer a different sensation that some find very arousing and very enjoyable. Also, there's a sense of adventure to doing something that's considered a little taboo and a little risky and finding sexual enjoyment in it. As one Reddit user described, urethral sounding triggers sensations that are felt up and down and deep inside. In fact, there are over 100,000 users in the Reddit sounding community. So it is clearly a part of some individuals' sexual pleasure and should obviously be done safely because lots can go wrong since the urethra is a delicate place and one wrong motion can cause significant urethral injury and trauma that may lead to chronic or lifelong issues with scarring in the urethra, urethral pain, infections, and requiring multiple surgeries. So I want to tell you how to safely perform urethral sounding to minimize the risk. Even without urethral injury, urethral sounding can possibly introduce bacteria into the urinary tract, increasing the risk of infections. So I want to talk about a few things that are really important to try to make urethral sounding for recreational purposes as safe as possible. You can do this safely. Number one, use proper sounds. Do not use household objects as sounds. Many times when we get called to take out something from somebody's bladder or the urethra that they put in, it's a household object. It's less often that we're taking out actual proper urethral sounds that get stuck, and way more often that we're taking out pens, beads, cords, other things that just should not make their way into the urethra. Sounds are typically designed so that they don't get stuck inside, okay? But household objects are not designed like that. And so you may inadvertently get something stuck inside you. Now, this hopefully can be treated without major surgery, but it might require major surgery opening you up to remove said foreign object. So use actual medical urethral sounds or urethral sounds that are designed for sexual pleasure. Number two, lube it up. Lots and lots and lots of lube. This is critical to allow the sound to glide nicely past the urethra lining and reduce the chance of inadvertent injury to the urethra. Plus, without lube, it's got to feel horribly painful and not the type of pain that is pleasurable, not that good type of pain, the pain, all right? So make sure you are stocked and ready with lube to use liberally when you do decide to partake in urethral sounding. Number three, go slow. Okay? It's important to do this slowly and controlled. Make sure you have a controlled grip on the urethral sound, you feel comfortable, and you go slow. One wrong motion can be disastrous. Do not ever force a sound to go through a place or area of resistance. If you meet resistance, then that is time for you to stop. Pushing through a resistant area could significantly damage your urethra, okay? And your sexual pleasure is not worth medical turmoil you may face if you injure your urethra. So please use properly made urethral sounds, lots of lube, and go slow, okay? Let me know what you think. I'd love to hear from somebody who enjoys urethral sounding. Let me know what other tips that you would add, okay? And as always, make sure that you tell a friend to tell a friend and subscribe so you can get all your down there knowledge right here.